Alright, so what is up, guys? My name is WarDog3, as you know, and in response to my last video, which got a lot of different opinions, I decided to post my very first Uncharted gameplay on this channel. So, as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about my thoughts, opinions, and fixes. In the first couple weeks of the game's release, I've had a lot of time with the multiplayer. But I'll just start off by saying this. It's mostly going to be focused on multiplayer because, the campaign is just awesome as always. I didn't really have many issues there. I mean, just a great story and a great way to end it. Of course, I'm not going to say anything on that because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I figured I'd do this because there's a lot of people who said, you should probably go through with Uncharted 4. And, that's kind of what I was planning. Maybe throw in some good old Uncharted reviews, kind of like my aircraft. We'll see. But anyway, so the campaign on this game is just great. It's fabulous. Great graphics, great storytelling. I mean, really, it's a great story. So not much more to be said on that. I mean, I'm not gonna continue to uh, say positive comments. This and that. It's you get the idea. It's an amazing story, a great way to end the game, and yeah. So let's move on to the multiplayer, which I've got a lot more to say. So here's the first couple of things. The multiplayer, it's interesting. It definitely feels a lot more like Uncharted 2. Now, knowing me, I've only played 2, 3, and 4, but I know I didn't really miss a lot with Uncharted 1. I know the whole story backdrop, and there's no multiplayer. But I mean, I started with Uncharted 2, which, in my opinion, I think is probably one of the best games of all time. It's one of the few I'd give a 10 out of 10 rating. But really, it was just a great game. This game's multiplayer feels a lot more like Uncharted 2, definitely movement-wise, how your character moves. You can't sprint, those kinds of things. Now, I'm not sure if that's better or for worse, but out of the three Uncharteds I play, I would rank Uncharted 3 the last one. And you could sprint in that game, unlike Uncharted 2 and 4. But one thing that really changed about this game that I'm not too sure I'm on board of is the whole downs KO system. Now, I mean, it really doesn't make too much of a difference. It's just, I mean, you still get pretty much the same thing for downing someone as you would KOing. So, I mean, it's not really a big deal. I mean, there's no way they're going to change it. That's the final game feature design, this and that, whatever. So, I mean, there's no point in talking about it. I mean, I'm just really indifferent towards the typical, once you get killed, you're killed, you don't go down. The multiplayer so far has been pretty good. A couple connection issues here and there. I was having a bit of an issue getting that white plug that keeps popping up in the middle. I know Naughty Dog fixed that with a recent patch. But balance-wise, gun-wise, I mean, the AK-47 is not nearly as good as it was in Uncharted 2 and 3. I would use it all the time. It was such a great weapon, in my opinion, but in this game, just feels weak, and it's the complete opposite of what the AK-47 should be, a slow-firing, high-damage weapon. In this game, for some reason, it's a low-damage, high-firing weapon. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's just, I mean, in this gameplay, I'm using it, but I'm using it because, I didn't have a lot of long guns in the beginning. In this gameplay, of course, I've unlocked them all since then, and I can definitely say that there's better guns out there than the AK-47, and it's really sad because it was such a great weapon in Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3, and to see it it's bad. It's awful, in my opinion, in this game, and I think it could use some type of buff. But some of the long guns seem really, I don't know how to put it, just not very useful. Like sniper, I mean, it's 2 shots to down somebody. I mean, that seems a little. I mean, maybe if it was a semi-automatic one like the Dragon Sniper, but it's not. That's the thing. Also, the M24, 3 shots to down somebody, that sniper rifle, it should be 2 maximum because I can't tell you how many times I can't down somebody because its damage is so weak. Other than that, you got the XCRs, the new Cal 7. I mean, that thing is insane. I miss the old blind fire animation where you hold it from the hip. Now you do some weird thing where you hold it in front of your body or something. I don't know. But that gun's fun. That gun's pretty good to use. Um, the HS-39, that's definitely my favorite long gun now to replace the AK-47. That thing is pretty good. And the MP34A, another good weapon. The FAL, I also think that's a good weapon. Of course, it's making its return from Uncharted 2. But other than that, long gun balance could use a couple of fixes here and there. I'll get more in depth with that once I start bringing out, weapon reviews and equipment reviews, which brings me to my next point. The heavy weapons, or power weapons, whatever, I like to refer to them as the power weapons, they've been nerfed super hard. RPG is nowhere near the same as it was back in the days of Uncharted 3, where you just put that near somebody, that thing would just blow you up. RPG in this game, it's horrible. So is the China Lake, bad hit detection, not high damage radius. It's just, and the Stoner 63. I mean, that LMG, I don't see what's the point in using it. I mean, my HS-39 kills people faster than that thing, so I'm not even sure what the point of it's in the game. The only real good heavy weapon that I've used so far is probably the Barak, and even that's not too great. So, I mean, I don't understand what they did with the heavy weapons, but it's just not. They definitely need a buff, and of course, I'll be talking about that when I review those as well. I think that's the path that I'm pretty sure I'm going to go down for this game. The Mysticals, the El Dorado, oh my goodness, that thing, what a fall from grace that has had. I remember in the beta, that thing was amazing. Now it's complete ass. I don't ever use it because I don't want to touch that piece of shit. It's awful. It's horrible. But stuff like the Chinamani Stone, that's really useful. I like to use that. That's pretty good. As well as the Injure's Eternity. Can be annoying when it's used against you, but it is quite good when you use it. I don't think it's overpowered. The sidekicks, another more thing of imbalance. The Survivor sidekick and the Sniper sidekick. I mean, those things are annoying. I see those just going around everywhere. And honestly, whenever I use them, they're not very good. But a lot of people seem to have luck with them because the Sniper sidekick is just, it's so annoying because it just sits there and you can't do anything. I guess that's the objective of it, but it's just, it seems like they have like laser-like accuracy. They'll hit you every time. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Me personally, I like the Hunter sidekick the best, even though I feel it's probably the worst one because people can just kill it so easily. It's got like no health, in my opinion. And then the Brute sidekick, that's balanced. I think that's good. I think it's a fairly good sidekick. I don't see any issues there. A little bit of balance in there. Of course, we'll talk about that later on. And of course, you've got stuff like the boosters. And boosters, I feel like they don't make much of an impact as much as they did in Uncharted 3. It doesn't, for some reason, they just don't seem as unique, I guess you could say, or as impacting, stuff like Fleetfoot. That's not really in the game anymore. I remember Fleetfoot back in Uncharted 3, especially before the nerf. That was such an influential booster. I feel like the boosters don't do that anymore, and I normally just load up on equipment like, say, the Hunter sidekick, or mostly I favor mods for my guns because the heavy weapon, special variants of the guns, the heavy weapons aren't that great. And also a couple of gameplay mechanics. I mean, the grappling hook is, the melee features like the grappling hook. The grappling hook I don't have much of a problem with. It's just, you can get killed by it sometimes if you're not paying attention, but normally it's not really a great idea. The 3-hit melee, it's not really a big factor in my opinion. I mean, you definitely don't see noobs just running up to you, punching you twice anymore, which I guess is good. I mean, you want to encourage gunplay. However, I will say this, and this is something that I absolutely loathe. I hate this so much. Is when you're able to grappling hook and you can just kill someone from the air, just instantaneously. That is the most, I can't think of anything more annoying than I've ever encountered in Uncharted. I loathe that. I hate that so much, and if Naughty Dog can take that out, because that is just absolutely 100% ridiculous. As you see, the sniper right there, one of the few times I'm able to kill a sniper for some reason. Like I said, that thing is just, I don't know, it feels a little strange. I'll talk about more of that in depth later. But if Naughty Dog can please take out the grappling hook from the air, I cannot tell you how many times I've literally got people down to less than 10 health, and they just stop on me. They just land on me right from the air on their little grappling hook, and I can't do anything about it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous feature. It's only there to encourage trolling. They need to take that out of the game. It is awful. It is an awful mechanic. It's way worse than anything I've ever seen in Uncharted 3. Worse than quick boom stacking. I'm sorry, in Uncharted 4. It's worse than the quick boom stacking in Uncharted 3. And yeah, Naughty Dog needs to take that out of the game. Anyway, that's the gameplay, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed what you think. Let me know what you think of Uncharted 4, and I'll see